Morning guys, welcome to today's stream. Today I am going to be working on Wednesday Addams. So the prompt for today's Drawlloween drawing is haunted, and I thought, well, what better prompt to do than to draw a little bit of Wednesday Addams, because I haven't really drawn her before. So I've just sort of prepped up a sketch here. So that is her sitting in her coffin, and there's the thing down the bottom. So yeah, originally I only wanted to draw just him on his own, but then I figured, I gotta do her. I haven't done her forever, so I really gotta do her. But yeah, I can't wait to finish her up and see what she looks like. I was super tired after last night's stream. It went on for quite late, so yeah, definitely hoping that I can start a little bit sooner and then finish this one up not as late. So I'm glad I'm getting to stream at a bit different hours today. It's definitely much nicer for me. I hope it's a convenient time for you guys as well. So I'm just looking at a couple of my reference photos that I've collected before. So luckily I had some practice drawing a full skeleton on one of my earlier prompts this Drawlloween, otherwise I guess I would have really struggled with this one. So it can be quite tricky. I think mostly I struggle with the limbs. They're the hardest part of the whole thing, at least for me. I always like doing all the little cracks in them though. It's my favorite part of it. Yeah, it's really good to be able to understand the anatomy of, whatever you're drawing, whatever creature you're drawing, whether it be an animal or whatever, because it does help you understand it just that little bit better and know, what to do, where to go with everything. But yeah, obviously we don't see it very often, so it's not fresh in our minds. One of my favorite pieces of artwork of Wednesday Addams is by an artist called Medusa Dollmaker, and I followed her since the days when DeviantArt was, I know DeviantArt is still popular, but I guess when it was still considered respectable among artists, these days they don't. I mean, personally I feel like there's just been a lot of complaints where they don't take down copyrighted pieces and things like that, which is unfortunate. But yeah, so on the days when I was very active on DeviantArt, I used to follow her work on there, but lately she posts on Instagram as well, which is awesome, so I get to follow her on there as well. And you should Google her piece by Wednesday Addams. It's an Art Nouveau based style, so it's really cool the way she put it all together. I have one of her woodcut pieces from her, it's like one of her gaming pieces. It's really, really gorgeous. I love it. I still haven't actually put it up, mainly because I want to find, a nice space for it. So I'm just waiting, trying to find the perfect spot. But I do know that I want it near my gaming computer, that's for sure. So we're gonna have to do all the wood in her coffin as well. Put the nail in the coffin. I still haven't watched the very first Wednesday Addams series, so need to get around to that. I've only watched the newer ones, so got some muck stuck in my eraser over here. Right before the stream started, I had so many issues with my my Bluetooth audio. It just the sound is still choppy. Even now, I couldn't get it fixed. I don't know what's wrong with it. And so I was trying to fix it, hoping that at least I won't have to listen to the music sounding choppy. I don't think it sounds choppy to you guys, but let me know if it is. I think it's only when it's playing back to me, which is quite annoying, but I can deal with that. So it sort of eventually fixes itself, which is quite curious. Don't know why that happens, but so I wanted to do Wednesday Addams in a bit of a different pose that you don't normally see. And hopefully I'll have achieved that with this. If I pull it all off the way I'm intending. I feel like her face sort of captures what I look like permanently when I was at uni, in some ways. At least it feels that way. I always, whenever I see her, I always see her braids being quite straight. They're never very curvy. I guess everything about her is quite, minimalist, and she doesn't like a lot of, decoration or anything like that, so it sort of makes sense. So I'm trying to just keep to that, that personality of hers. But yeah, I think once I draw her, I'm going to want to repeatedly draw her, so it's a bit of a, I'm gonna have to keep myself in check. But I'm sure no one would complain. She's super cool. So one of the things I love most about her is her little expression, her facial expression. The way that she, I don't know, just looks so aloof all the time. That's what I love about her. So I always like starting with a character's face, just because it feels like once I fall in love with their face, just the whole thing is easier to work on, and I guess I start getting really into it and just really feeling, feeling the whole drawing. She's actually quite beautiful in my opinion. You know, in a special little gothic way. Now I'm not sure, do I want to give her like, do I want to give her rolled eyes or just keep her to a very sort of monochromatic expression? If that's a word, monochromatic can sort of mean emotionless expression. In some ways I think I want to give her sort of rolled eyes. So we'll see how that looks and then I'll decide. I do quite like that, actually. So I'll pull her up and show you guys closer. There we go. I'm really liking where that's heading, so I might stick to that. So now I need to decide, obviously I've got light coming from behind her, but where else do I want the lighting to come from, because I need to add some lighting to her eyes as well. So yeah, I've got to figure out what I want to do. There we go. I really love, how she's not super fussed about ever changing her hairstyle. She's just always happy to be herself. She doesn't care what anyone thinks. Lately I went on a drive with my brother the other day and we listened to this cool song by Cage the Elephant called Ears. I think it's called Ears. Then it's about, the song just goes in one ear and right out the other. Sort of what people say about you is not important. What people think about you is not important. I feel like that's totally a song that she'd like listening to as well. So do let me know if the music's a tad loud. You can always turn it down a little bit for you guys. I think once I finish up with this, I'm gonna have a look at you know, what are some of the other renditions some of my favorite artists have done of her. Just keen to see what they all look like. One thing I really love about Billie Eilish is the way she can sort of look up and, or just even not even look up, not even try to have a weird face, and she just has this creepy way about her eyes, and it's really cool. I love it. When you're just born to look cool. I want to accentuate that she's looking up a little more. I think what I'm going to do to sort of have that make a bit more sense as well is add a little bit of a dangly spider, you know, like right down from there, and then have her looking at the spider coming down. So that would, yeah, definitely add some meaning to why she's looking up. Not that it requires that. She could just be doing a random eye roll at, you know, whoever is giving her grief today, which is not too hard to find. I'm getting a lot of you guys telling me that you've missed my streams, which is a little unfortunate. So I'm hoping that we can sort of find better times where everyone can actually come in and watch, and it's sort of more, you know, more suitable time zones, I guess. Yeah, the main thing is for me to be able to consistently keep it up, so I can't, you know, you can't stream for everybody at every hour. But I can certainly do my best to cater around that. One thing I've also noticed about her, she doesn't wear a lot of makeup, which is pretty cool. You know, she's just not fussed, and she still looks, you know, she still looks the part. She doesn't need anything, she just doesn't really care, and I like that about her. So I think I definitely want some additional light coming from that direction so that, you know, I can play around with the shadows on that side a little better. Otherwise I'm going to not have as much, you know, to work with, because there's not going to be too much to light up if I don't do it from that side. So yeah, I'm definitely keen to play around with my shading as much as possible. I want to just go with the shape of her eye and see if I can have the shadow, sorry, have the highlight just feed into her iris a little bit more. Getting the eyes just right. So I had a lot of eyeball to draw last night with my girl with the sort of freaked out expression. So I haven't posted it yet, but if you look at my last video on YouTube, that's the one I'm talking about. I'm just slowly trying to add her shadow in. Hopefully you guys can see that coming together a little bit better with her little face. I'm really happy with where she's going. Slowly working her up piece by piece. We'll get there. Once I finish her, I need to do my next prompt. And so the next prompt is Hydra. And I have absolutely no idea, once again, what to do for that one. So I'm gonna have a bit of a think. I'm not really excited about that one. It just isn't one that I generally enjoy looking at. Just trying to see what her dress looks like over here. I super love her collar. I'm actually currently looking for a dress with a collar that looks exactly like this. So yeah, totally jealous. There we go. One of my favorite things to draw are braids. I just love going through all their little folds and adding those tiny textures in. They're super fun to draw for me. It can be quite tricky, but I don't mind. I like that. Super dark hair for her, so gotta give this a lot more texture, get it a lot darker than it currently is, because we want that contrast going. I do think I'm gonna keep her hair darker than the background, or have a bit of a think about that, because I do need it to stand out against the coffin in the back. But how I go about that, that's the question. So you can see her, she's got her little braids done, and yeah, she's slowly getting there. Piece by piece, we'll get there. She also seems to prefer wearing long-sleeved dresses, so she's just sitting sort of hunched up around her, holding her own legs, and not too impressed with whatever's going on. Not that she, she ever really smiles that much. She's not sad though, she is quite happy with her little spider friend over there. Just quickly have a look. I will just be right back, guys. Just real quick. Just give me 1 second. So just needed to update that title for us, so we know that we're working on Wednesday Addams over here. So super happy with her pose at the moment. Still not quite sure where I wanna go with all of the shading, but we'll figure it out as we go. It's not too crucial at this point. I definitely want to do another version of her where she's drinking out of a poison bottle. Super keen to give that a go. That would be cool. Is it just me, or has our music stopped? Not sure. Oh, there we go, it's back on. Awesome. So strangely enough, the Bluetooth was cutting out at the start of the stream, but now it's totally fine again. And it seems to do that every time I stream, where when I start the stream, you know, it's all choppy, and then once I'm done, you know, through the middle of it, the sound is fine. I don't know what's up with that at all. These little hatchet things are tad annoying when I'm moving my my book around. I've almost finished my sketchbook. I'm gonna have to purchase a new one at some point. I'm super excited. I want to get the black paper blanks one with the gold foiling around the edges. I really like that one. I think it's called a Renegade or something. Paper Blanks Renegade or something like that. They have all my, so this is what my sketchbook looks like, and Paper Blanks make the most gorgeous sketchbooks, and I just love them. So huge fan, and yeah, I just love what they look like. I always carry it around with me wherever I go. Awesome. She's definitely coming together now. I'm just not sure if she's a little too slanted. I think some of my angles are just a tiny bit wrong here. So I'm gonna see if I can just fix that up ever so slightly, just changing some of those lines a bit more, and then hopefully that will make a bit more sense. I'm really enjoying working on her though. It's heaps fun. I haven't done the full hand just yet, but I'm not putting too much detail on it just now, because I'm gonna go over it in a bit anyway. So I need to do some work on this other hand of hers. I think the music is just getting a tad too loud. I hope that's okay for you guys. On mine, it's quite loud. I think some songs just louder than others. I'm really keen to rewatch some Wednesday Addams now. Just gotta get a refresher in every now and again. Don't want her to look like she's groping them. We want her to look relaxed, so it's so hard. Hands can be so, you know, communicative. So you gotta get them just right because they say so much about body language. If you don't have them, you know, the right way, you get the wrong message. And that's not what we want. We want her to look super relaxed here with a little spider friend. You know, she doesn't get scared about spiders. Gotta make sure my proportions are okay. I saw that you can actually purchase your own version of the thing. So this is the thing right here in the corner, and you can actually purchase a toy of him, or you used to be able to purchase a toy of him. I don't know if they still sell them, but I think that's pretty cool. Would definitely love to get my hands on one of them. But I guess it'd be quite expensive by now. Certainly have my work cut out with this one. Lots of different pieces all together that I need to, you know, I need to connect them all up, make them refined and everything. It's gonna take me quite a while. I like to, when I'm drawing, just hop around from one section to the next. Really like that. she doesn't really ever have to worry about a bad hair day because of the hairstyle she's chosen. Her hair just it always looks the same, and nothing really can go wrong when you're braiding them up. I'm really, really pleased to see where her eyes are at. They're definitely looking how I want them to at this point. I often find that a lot of the time we sort of don't realize it, but we constantly draw inspiration from, you know, things around us, things we see, things we like, whether it be colors, you know, that inspired us that day, or everything really, and we like to put those in our drawings. I find it at times pretty awesome. You know, I'll work on a piece and then go, you know, start realizing, you know, this is very familiar. I've seen this somewhere before. You know, or this is inspiring me in some way. And then I'll sort of realize where that's come from and yeah, why that's inspired me.
When I happened upon an old man.
I'm just gonna do the next track because I'm not a huge fan of when they have words in. Gets a bit distracting. Unless it's, you know, if it was good music, like, you know, my favorite music, then that wouldn't matter. I totally wish I could be playing the Wednesday Addams soundtrack to this, but YouTube would complain. So, we'll just stick to this for now. Definitely need to make sure I keep her pudgy face. It's one of the, I guess, special features about her. Definitely the main thing I would say about her that makes her so recognizable is her hairstyle. And I think the second, you know, the second thing I think is her pouty face. You know, her sort of lack of emotion and lack of expression. that intro tune from Wednesday Addams, the Addams Family series is super catchy, and I shared it in my stories just before coming on stream, and now I've got the whole thing stuck in my head. Just can't get it out my head. I should see if I can buy an MP3 on iTunes. That would be awesome. Maybe put it as my phone ringtone. That would be cool. Just gonna try and see if I can mute my watch, because it's just bugging me the whole time. I love her tiny little fingers. They're super fun to draw. So I'm guessing her dress has to be black. Of course it has to be black. I actually think she's one of the last drawings currently that I've enjoyed working on the most. Suppose that's not all too surprising. We've got the birds really active out here today. When I woke up this morning, it literally every morning, same time, they start going off all at once. And I have this bird sound alarm on my Apple Watch, and for a couple of days I thought, is that my alarm? No matter where in the house I went, I kept hearing it, and I thought, no, this is not my iPhone. This is outside. It's beautiful though. We have such a large variety of birds at my house, so start working on the wood as well. That's gonna take me some time. I did a lot of wood grain for one of my recent alien drawings. It's a little baby alien in a cot. It was for the Drawlloween prompt extraterrestrial, and that took me quite some time. Definitely enjoyed working on him, but it was very time consuming working on that cot and wood grain, that's for sure. Just earlier, my brother was showing me some Japanese people cutting through bamboo with a katana, and it was just comparing people who weren't really skilled at it. And then they showed, right at the end, they showed this professional guy, and he cut through way more bamboo limbs than any of the others had. And it was awesome. He was so crazy skilled. He was unbelievable. It shows it takes actual technique to do that, not just not just brute force. Because they also showed someone who couldn't even get through a Coke bottle, but then others who could, that professional cut through multiple bamboo limbs. So yeah, it was crazy. He was extremely, extremely good, that's for sure. So I always try to use the sharpest tip when I'm doing more detailed work, so that it shows through correctly. I can get those nice and clean lines. Not sure if we'll be able to finish her in this evening's stream. She's got quite a lot of work that still needs to be done. I need to do the thing. I need to do all the wood grain, and I need to do the gravestone in the back as well. And so she's not even quite done yet. So we need to work on that first. But yeah, we've got a ways to go. So we'll see how far I get, but no pressure. We can finish her off tonight as well. just gonna take a quick break. I'm just gonna go grab a drink real quick and I'll be back. I hope you guys are having a lovely day over there as well. Not keeping too busy. Hopefully you have some time for creating some artwork as well. It's always important. It's a truly captivating and very consuming hobby, that's for sure. But all the more worth it. So I'm not sure how to go about those folds in her dress just yet. Figure it out as I go. One of my favorite things is to do nice folds in dresses, so I guess she doesn't actually have such a long dress. I'm pretty sure she usually wears shorter dresses, but we'll have a look quickly because I think her dress is only about knee level. Yeah, it looks like it's about knee level, so I definitely need to do the shading around her eyes a little bit darker. I just realized that. You know, gotta give her that sort of a deep set eye look as well. Gotta give her those iconic chubby cheeks. She's actually quite adorable, I think. I loved this episode where she went to school and drew this horrifying thing, and the teachers were all super worried, and then they talked to her mom, and her mom was just super proud. I love that episode where I don't think they're called episodes. I think they're different movies. I'm not just yet super happy with what her lips look like. So I think I'm gonna redo them. Particularly because they're very, very important. An important element about her expression, so I want to make sure they're just right. She's definitely got quite delicate, small upper lips in comparison. It's crazy just how much you can do with pencils. I looked at this this other artist, I forgot his name at the moment, but looked at his work last night and just studied his pencil work and thought, oh wow, that is completely unreal. Just makes you realize what each medium is truly capable of. I think it sounds like it's raining again outside at the moment. My sister got this case that she works as a veterinarian, and she had this case where this pet got brought in with a broken limb, and unfortunately yeah, it was really tragic. It was a case of neglect, and they had to report them to the RSPCA, which is an animal welfare organization. And later on, the vets went there and realized it was being they actually were just temporarily taking the animal from the owner, and this person was really terrible. Didn't want to help keep the pet's bandage on or anything like that, and yeah, they got reported, but the RSPCA actually said they'd fix the pet for free, and they could get the pet back, which is, in my opinion, pretty unfair. It's fine if it's an owner that really cares, but that's a bit unfair, truly. There's plenty of people who can't afford to help their pets and actually care and need to euthanize them later on. And I would much rather have those funds go to people who truly care and try and love their pets. So to me, that seems a little bit silly. It's definitely starting to look a little bit more like a ghoul, which is, I guess, the look she's going for. I suppose that's her thing. I'd love to have my own doll of Wednesday Addams. I need to try and see if I can find any after this stream, because I have a huge doll collection, and I'd love to add her to my collection. It would be really, really cool if I could find my own little Wednesday Addams. Just trying to get this iconic, she has this sort of triangle shape with her going on with her fringe, and so I'm trying to get that looking a little bit more like she does in my reference photos. So it's one of the very iconic things about her, and I need to try and capture her as accurately as possible. think we're definitely getting there with her. I'm just gonna lift her up so you guys can see what she's looking like. So a lot more detail that's been added to her. That's her holding her little hands, and you can see her and the skeletons coming along as well. So yeah, I'm very excited to see her all done. We'll be able to see that later tonight probably, because it's 4:30 at the moment, and I'll need to have a break for dinner, so we shall have to finish her tonight most likely, because I doubt she'll be done in a couple of hours. That's all good, we're patient. We can wait for her to get ready. I think I should dress up as Wednesday Addams for Halloween this coming weekend. I think it's this weekend actually. Have to have a think about that. See if we can go out doing something possibly. Steve in real life, hello, how are you? How's it going? Thanks for popping by the stream. I am just working on Wednesday Addams, so I'm doing Drawlloween, and we've just about finished up the Drawlloween challenge by end of October. That's when the last prompt will be on. And so yeah, it will be super awesome once that's all wrapped up and I have all my Drawlloween sketches. So yeah, this prompt for today that we're working on is haunted, and so for the prompt I decided to do Wednesday Addams. So if you quickly just have a look over there, that is little Wednesday Addams, and she's sitting in her coffin, and I'm going to be drawing the thing as well. Yeah. So my first time drawing her, surprisingly, because I actually absolutely love her. I think I sort of tend to avoid drawing characters that I really love at times because they you know, they mean a lot to me, and I'm worried that I'm not going to do them justice, if that makes sense. So, same went for Alice in Wonderland. You know, I didn't draw her till this Drawlloween as well, and I was real nervous drawing her, just because I love her, and I don't want to get frustrated looking at my own drawing and going, you know, it doesn't really feel like her, or it doesn't, I guess, inspire me in the same way. But I was really happy with my Alice in Wonderland drawing in the end, so that gave me a bit of confidence to do Wednesday Addams. Yeah, I think I'll get kind of addicted to drawing her after this, because I love her hairstyle, I love her, yeah, just her expression, I love her character, I love, yeah, just everything about her, really. I want to do her in a sort of apothecary style with her doll, so I actually should think of putting the doll in this one as well, if I can fit it in here. I love her beheaded doll. Awesome sauce. Thank you. I'm glad you're liking the drawing. Are you an artist as well? If you guys do make art as well, and you are drawing alongside the stream, you can. I have a hashtag on Instagram, so just I'll put it in the chat. You can draw anything alongside the stream and tag it, and I'll share it on my Instagram. So yeah, I'd love to see if you guys do some drawings and join us in the stream. That would be great. The whole point of Drawlloween is to do more and more art more frequently, or to push yourself in some way or another. You know, if you're trying to learn how to do faces, if you're trying to improve at hands, yeah, really, it's just about, if you have a personal goal, then trying to really push that over the span of the challenge is what it's about, and having fun. Obviously, it's not nice to do it if you're not also enjoying it. It can get stressful, and you know, there's a difference between pushing yourself because you're lazy, or pushing yourself because you know, you're stressed out. So it's good to do it if you're lazy, pushing yourself. But if you're just not enjoying it, then you know, it's not worth it. Oh, thank you for following, Steve. You think you're bad at art? That's not true. No one is bad. Just we're all at different levels, really. We just need practice. But yeah, I'd love to see if you want to join in. Yeah, I always love coming on here and hearing you guys' thoughts about art and different things. You gotta go, that's alright. I'll see you next time. Catch you later. Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, I really loved seeing all the new cool things everybody's doing over Drawlloween. I'm actually surprised I didn't see a lot of Wednesday Addams this year. So yeah, it's weird. Normally she's quite a common one that people like to draw, but it seems like this year she hid herself away a little bit. So yeah. I think my main focus next year will definitely have to be on I guess doing more completed drawings. So because I can't do that many, I can't do a drawing a day if I have to complete all of them. So what I'll do next year is, instead of doing a drawing per day, I'm going to combine some prompts so that I can spend some more time on coloring them all in and different things, instead of pushing out. So this year my goal was just to try and focus on pushing out a new concept every day and see just how much I can push out concepts. So yeah, really trying to improve my concepting, I guess. My skill at that, my speed at that, and yeah, coming up with different ideas. So next year I want my goal to be finishing actual completed drawings more quickly. So colouring them and all of that as well. So that's going to be a whole new challenge that I'm really excited for. I'm going to start colouring these in, next month. So we'll see them all, coloured and up as prints in my store very soon. But I need to get around to that. I'll probably be doing that on stream as well, so you guys can join me and provide some input if you like. I totally need to figure out how to do these folds. So I'll just quickly see if I can find an actual reference to show me what this part does, because it's getting a little confusing. I think I know what it should do, but I just want to be sure. I just want to be sure that I'm not going in the wrong direction, that's all. So it definitely seems to, it seems to be doing this as well, which is what I thought it would. Just about how strong do I make these angles, And they definitely need to be a lot darker than the front area as well. I wonder how old the little kid from the first show is by now. She was super cute. The little kid that played Wednesday Addams, that's the one I'm talking about. Not sure what shoes she wears, so I'll quickly Google. I think they're little like closed off shoes. Doesn't look like it's too specific, so we should be all good no matter what direction we go in. I think I want to make them just your ordinary like school shoes, but not like just the ones that are I guess with the little clasps around the top. If I do that, that'll be good. So you won't really see much because it's obviously all behind the skirt, but we'll do our best. I'm so happy that a couple of you guys have started joining my Discord. I'd really love to, do some kind of group drawing event at some point if you're all interested. Have us all draw together on something. Been trying to get something like that going for a while now, but it's best if people are all together on stream. To do something like that rather than share it, I guess people just don't get around to it if it's not live. But yeah, that would be super fun. So we did have an older drawing event that we did some time ago where we'd pass on a piece of drawing and the next person would work on it, and we'd all take turns working on it one by one and each adding our own ideas to it, and that was pretty cool because it's nice to see what a piece turns out as if more than one person puts their influence into it. Definitely improved these folds of hers. They're looking a lot better than they did earlier, so I'm happy to see that. actually can't wait for summer when it's a little bit warmer and I can start wearing all my dresses again. It's so hard to play dress up or anything when it's so cold and nothing is warm enough. Everybody likes different weather, I suppose, but I'm not too much of a winter person. I like spring when it's not too warm and it's not too cold. It's my favorite time. It's got to be warm enough so you can wear boots and just a nice jacket, but not too cold that you can't wear, you know, dresses and other things. I'm so happy with where her eyes are going at the moment. If you have a close-up look, not sure where it'd be best in focus, but yeah, I'm very happy with where they're at the moment. So I think the best thing now would be to start the wood grain off her coffin. So I'm just gonna have a look and see what I want it to look like. So I think I'm gonna make it a really nice, like a wood that's got lots of little knots in it, so that I can, yeah, play around with it. Super nice, I guess. And let's have a look at her doll and what I can make that look like. I'm pretty sure the doll in the movie didn't have a head, so a lot of the dolls that I can see on Google actually have heads, but I'm pretty sure the one in the movie didn't. So we'll go without a head, and I'm just gonna have her little doll lying around here. So just gonna do the little dress. So yeah, that looks good. I'm happy with that perspective. Gonna be tricky to make it look like an actual 3D doll, so I'm just gonna get up and see. Yeah, we've got her looking, yeah, all good. Just want to make her 3D enough. You gotta see that it's a real doll that's just lost its head, so I'm sure adding some hands in might help. So I'm just trying to get that perspective. So if I can have a proper look at her, and yeah, that looks all good. I'm happy with that. her little tiny beheaded doll. Just lift her up. Yeah, that's looking pretty decent. I'm fairly happy with that perspective as well. Just adding a little bit of shading to her. It looks like, yeah, she's definitely got a bit of a collar, it seems. So in the movie she's got this tiny lace collar, and then she's also got that the neck bit sticking out still, so we need to get that as accurate as possible. Hopefully you guys can start seeing the lines a little bit better. I know it can be quite faint at certain points, especially at the start. I like to go really light right until the end, and just because then, you know, I can erase a little bit easier and all that kind of thing. So I try to go as light as possible, which makes it hard for you guys to see on my streams camera because it can't capture all the color, all the gradients perfectly, but it does its best. So slowly but surely we will build her coffin. One of my favorite songs by Florence and the Machine is actually My Boy Builds Coffins, and it's just a funny song. Really quirky and funny. I loved her Lungs album a lot. I think it was some of her best work ever. I didn't like her latest album as much, but yeah, no, Florence and the Machine's last Lungs album was definitely, for me, one of her best ever pieces. I liked Ceremonials as well. That was also a good album. But I think I liked more of the songs that were on the Lungs one, so... So I gotta start adding these wood grains now, so just pull up a reference and go from there. So I think I'm gonna give it 3 planks to hold it up. And then we can put some nails in her coffin. I totally can't wait to do her. I'd love to color her in, finish her up. But that is not happening tonight or today because I have to start doing my next Drawlloween prompt as well. So the next one in line is Hydra, and I have no idea what to do for that, honestly. It's going to be a tricky one. I'm thinking if I just go with sort of an octopus, then it's, you know, I'll enjoy doing that more than just working on a Hydra character, but we shall see. I have yet to get to that, so it's a worry for another time. At the moment, we just need to get her completed, so. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be happy once all the wood grain is done and out of the way, because that's going to be one of the biggest features of this drawing, and so yeah, the more detail that has, the better it's going to look, but it's not going to be quick to finish. That's okay. All the you know, good drawings do take time, so the more time you spend on it, the better you can get it, obviously. It's always just a question of how much, you know, how much do you feel like you want to spend on that piece, because you could go on forever improving it, and yeah, you can keep going and going and going and becoming more detailed and more refined and improving anatomy and different things like that. And I read a quote by Mark Ryden, one of the very famous pop surrealist artists, some time ago, and how he said, you know, other people are at times thinking his work is perfect, but he always sees the flaws in his work, and you know, he wishes he had more time for each piece, but there's only so much he can do. You know, he has to send them through to galleries, there's time constraints and all that stuff, so he has to let them, you know, let them rest at some point. But yeah, it's definitely not easy. You can't continuously work on every one. I want to make sure this side of the coffin is quite dark, so that you can really see that shadow coming through as well. Oops, I accidentally closed the music. Sorry guys. I'll just load that back up. There we go. Got the music back on. I'm so happy that it's not sounding all choppy for me anymore. That was a pain. It was really annoying. Now we can just slowly, piece by piece, start adding these little wood grains in. There we go. I'm wondering if she would actually like to have her artwork, you know, her portrait drawn. If she was here, would she just mock it, or would she dislike it? She'd probably take it all and burn it, to be honest. If I have to guess. You know, she'd probably say, "That's so cool, let's burn it." In which case, I'm definitely not showing it to her anytime soon, because we don't want to burn, you know, hours of work. So if you guys can see where it's heading, that's the grainy details. That's little Wednesday Adam hiding in her coffin. I'm really loving this little composition of her. I wasn't sure at first what to do, and at times I start over a couple of times. I'll start doing a drawing, and then I'll not really feel like that's the composition I had wanted, and I'll start over, and I'll keep doing that until I'm happy at times. And at other times I literally sit down and I just start sketching, and the whole thing just turns out exactly how I want it to look, you know? So yeah, no, but this one, it was a matter of just sitting down, and she came out exactly how I wanted her to look. So I didn't change anything, I just went with it and kept going, kept letting her lead me where she wanted to go. So that's pretty awesome. We are now at 5 hours. Well, not 5 hours, but it's 5 o'clock. So that means we've been streaming for about almost 2 hours now. Because I started at around about 3. So we're heading near the end now. I'll have to stop at some point for dinner. And then we'll probably have to continue her on a little later tonight. Which means I may not have time to finish up my next drawing, which is, or start my next drawing, which is Hydra. I'm actually honestly not too sure if I even want to do that one, but I guess the whole point of the challenge is not just doing the ones you want, so if I can come up with a good concept, I'll still, you know, go ahead and do it, but I'll see. Depends what I can do, because I won't be able to do a daytime stream tomorrow, most likely, because I have some appointments I need to go to. But definitely we can do another stream tomorrow night after this one. So I'm gonna try and fit in a second stream tonight. If I don't finish her today, I'll definitely finish her tonight. We shall see. I probably do actually have the bulk of this done, which is a good sign, which means we may actually be lucky and to be able to pull the rest of her off in an hour. But if not, then I will finish her up tonight. I'm just blending that wood green in a little bit more so we can get it darker. Because I want it to be quite dark. It's not going to be as dark as the inside parts. It is so windy outside. But yeah, it is going to be quite a bit darker eventually. At the moment, not quite, but we will get there. So, giving it that little bit of a ruggedy, ruggedy look. It's a very, very old coffin. So we want to go with that sort of, it's been weathered down, beaten down, it's probably been underground. Not sure if I should add them on both sides or just the one. Because in some ways I suppose it doesn't make sense to have them on both sides. So I think I'll remove the ones on the top and just keep those bottom ones. It's just feeling a little bit much, a little too repetitive and not feeling like it really adds to it anymore, so. Yeah, I really preferred that. I'm always tempted to keep hopping from one item to the next and not really just finish off each piece one by one. But at the moment I don't want to keep flipping reference photos, so I'm trying to just focus on the one and finish it up before I head on to the next thing. I'm actually quite surprised how well this sketchbook has held up, considering I've used it for quite a few years now. And it's still sturdy, it's still, holding up against the weather, so to speak. Which I'm really, really happy to see. Because it's got to last me a little bit longer, because I need to use it for, whenever I'm looking through it in the future. But at least its heaviest days are over now. It's going to get to have a bit of a rest. It doesn't get lugged about as much anymore. So hopefully now the shading is showing up a bit better. That we've got the nails in the coffin right at the bottom. It's looking a tad better now. Now I can move on to the rest of it. So it was, I swapped pencils the other day because this one was giving me a bit of a headache while I was working on one of my drawings. And so I swapped to a different pencil for a while. And it was crazy how used to it you get, to the weight of the pencil It literally gets to the point where it's actually difficult to work with another pencil because I couldn't do these spine, facial shading lines as well. It was just getting a bit too hard. You get used to it eventually. I used to use those pencils all the time with no problem, but yeah, it's crazy how quickly your mind adapts to a new item, a new tool that you're using, and you learn to really rely on everything about it, its weight, all of that kind of thing. It's like the pencil becomes part of you, which is awesome. She looks very, very comfy in here, actually, I would say. I think she's quite content with her little space, her little hiding hole. So I think it's about time for us to start working on the inside of this coffin as well. So which side to start on, that is the question. Gotta keep these lines the same. So just lift it up and check the angle for myself, just so I can make sure everything is still looking right, because I do work on it at a bit of a different angle in some ways. So let us start shading this inside of the coffin. Yep, that's correct. I always just had a brain freeze there for a second and wondered which side should go where. Should the wood grain go like that or the opposite? That looks good, so we are good to go. That really helps put it into perspective a bit better. Once you've got that inside shadow, playing against these contrasted front bits, you can really see where everything is at. It totally helps. It's those sort of, I guess those are some of my favorite moments when you can start seeing things come together in a drawing, when the work you've put into other areas really shows. I really love that. So she's got to have a little bit of a spider friend inside. He's nice. He's not going to eat her or anything. Not that I think she'd care. She'd probably let him suck her blood. But he's nice, and he's her pet, so. There we go. Slowly but surely we're getting there with this coffin. It's looking a lot better than I expected it to look around at this time, but we're half an hour into the hour I said that we needed to be able to probably finish her by my estimation. So it's getting there, but it's still going quite slow. So I'm not sure if we'll be able to make it. I'll have a look. If I'm wrong or right, we'll see. At times I've really surprised myself this Drawlloween with being able to actually finish things. And at other times I've thought, oh wow, this took a lot longer than I expected. You know, I started my rabbit, my drawing for cryptids, and so I chose to draw a group of jackalope, and yeah, that took all of my Sunday. This past weekend, it took me 6 hours in the end, and I hadn't really expected that. I thought that I could possibly pull off 2 drawings that day, and I didn't. And yeah, sometimes your estimations are a bit much. And other times, you know, I've been able to do 2 drawings a day. So it's just really dependent on, I guess. It depended on how complex they are in one way, I guess is one thing to take into account. Some of them I planned out, and then they became a lot more elaborate than I originally intended, so I guess it's not totally my fault that, you know, I sort of calculated that my timing a bit wrong. Some days you just gotta hide away in your own little coffin and ignore the world. And I think little Wednesday Addams here is having one of those kinds of days. I am actually so excited to be able to get to colour her in eventually. I cannot wait. I'm gonna have a heap of fun in the next few months. You know, colouring through all these drawings, that's for sure. Got to figure out how to do the shading on this inside of it as well. I think it needs to be pretty dark, but whether I make the top bit darker or lighter, got to figure that out, because I still want the wall to look a little different. In some ways I think this does need to be darker because it's got more shadow if the light's coming from that direction. So we'll see if we can get it looking a lot darker than this. That would be good. Luckily she's coming along nicely. I am so super excited to see her finished. I can't wait. I think she's definitely going to be one of my favorite drawings this Drawlloween. That's for sure. So last time I had the nails on this side, I don't think they should be on the inside at all, because they'd be put in from the outside, obviously. So just play with the edges of the wood grain here to sort of show where that side starts and this side begins. I always love pushing back different layers of my pencil gradients and just, you know, seeing how much you can really do with contrast and just playing around with that. It's super exciting to see that come together. They don't really build a lot of coffins looking like this anymore. They're usually the ones that you sort of carry around, I guess. At least I haven't seen ones like this. Just gotta check that I don't get smudging on my hands as well. So we're now half an hour into the last hour that I said we need. So I'm about to start this last section of her coffin. We'll see. It's a race against time. See if we can finish her up in today's stream. At least we've got some time to go. It's always good. So I'll just bring her up so you guys can have a closer look. That's her little face. And so I'm working on the rest of this coffin at the moment, and there's a little doll, and there's the thing that we're going to finish off with right at the end. So I'm leaving him to last so I don't smudge him with my hand because I'm working from that side. So if he's last, he won't get too smudged up, hopefully. I so wish I could have my own pet thing. That would be super, super, super cool. I actually really despised drawing wood grain until about the other day when I had to do the baby cop for my little alien. So yeah, before that I really hated it, and yeah, it felt like an endless chore. And then I came to really enjoy the process, so now I have a bit of a, once I get really into it, I really enjoy it. It's relaxing. Yeah. I still have a bit of a love-hate relationship with clouds. At times I love drawing them, and at other times I just can't figure them out. They're so difficult. They're so different, you get such a variety of different clouds, and yeah, it's really hard to truly be able to understand how to make them. So this side's also going to be fairly dark. That side does need to be the darkest, so I may go over it once I finish this one up, because I need it to be quite dark in comparison with the other two, because the light is coming from that direction, so it's receiving the least amount of light, which is why it should be the darkest. Deco Comics, or is it Darko Comics or Deco Comics? Hey Neka, it's Saitama. Welcome back. It's so nice to see you again. Thanks for letting me know you're Saitama, or I wouldn't have remembered that. But yeah, it's lovely to see you back on here. I am just working on my Drawlloween prompt, and today's prompt is Haunted. So I've decided to do little Wednesday Addams from the Addams family. And so if I show you quickly here, we've got her little miserable face, and she's going to have this tiny spider dangling from this coffin. And you can see her doll over there, and we're going to have the thing right beside her. Originally I had wanted to do only the thing, but then I was really keen to do Wednesday Addams as well, and yeah, I felt like, I wanted to spend a bit more time on my drawing, so if I did just him, it would have taken a lot less time, but I do want to try and do a little bit more for Drawlloween. It only happens once a year, and it's super exciting and super thrilling, so I want to give it everything I got. Deco Comics, yeah, I haven't been able to catch your streams because of school. Oh, that's terrible. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I think, what time is it for you at the moment? Because I think today's stream is a bit of a different time than I normally stream, so I'm trying to stream now twice a day during Drawlloween as well, if I can make it. Tomorrow I won't be able to because I'm just going to have other appointments on, and so yeah, I won't be able to draw till I get home, and so I'm going to have to leave it for tomorrow night's stream, but we'll have another one today. Oh, it's 6:10 p.m. So whereabouts are you from again? So yeah, we're going to have another stream, which you probably won't be able to catch then. It'll probably be in the morning for you, from the sounds of it. Which would make sense why uni or school would interfere for you. But yeah, we've had everyone's been really supportive. Oh, okay. Where did you find out about my stream then? So I'm from Adelaide, Australia. Did you find me on Twitch, or did you start following me on Instagram? We had a whole discussion about movies last night in last night's stream, which was super awesome. And so everybody had to choose their favorite movies as suggestions for us to watch. That was pretty fun. I was blamed a bit for not having watched things like The Corpse Bride and stuff, so I'll have to get around to that. So yeah, I'm rushing against time at the moment because I'm trying to finish her in my evening stream instead of, trying to get her done later tonight in a second stream. So yeah. Deco Comics. Oh, okay, I found you in the art section. Okay, so you found me through Twitch. I actually surprisingly haven't seen a lot of Australians on here. So that's fairly surprising. I follow one girl who streams pop surrealist art as well, but I haven't seen her stream for a while, and so I've forgotten her name now, which is a bit terrible of me. But no, whenever she streams, I'll be able to see her pop up in my feed, which is awesome. But yeah, everybody's got different time commitments as well, so. So do you have a favorite artist that, you normally follow a lot? So when you're saying school, do you mean do you mean university, or do you mean school? One thing I really enjoy about streaming is it really made me reminisce about the days when I was at uni and we'd all sit and draw together and just talk about artwork, I guess. And this is really, in some ways, made me remember that and feel that way again, I guess. Because I really, really missed that after uni. You know, we're all busy artists and all trying to create, and it's hard to get together still, you know, with time constraints and everything. Oh, thank you so much for the host, Jovanes Lupez. Thank you so much. I really, really, really appreciate that. Oh, you're in high school. That's awesome. And the last stretch of difficulty. Are you planning to do university afterwards, or are you trying to do a trade, or do you already have a job that you like? What are your dream goals? I guess one of my favorite things to hear is people being in their dream careers and being passionate about that, and you know, just being happy. You know, it's great to be able to do what you love and, you know, be able to feel like you're adding meaning to your job. So yeah, I always like hearing that. I think once I'm done with her and once I finish coloring her, I definitely like to put a print or something up of her in my bedroom. I think she'd fit in very well in my bedroom. Deco comics, maybe be a carpenter or an artist. Those sound like really, really awesome careers to be passionate about. Yeah, definitely. Both of those have their own, you know, own set of challenges to get into, I guess. Deco comics, but Charles Lister is so good. Yeah, he really, really is. I am now a constant follower of his. Whenever he's on during the day and I'm not busy, I go and watch his stream, and he is crazy, crazy creative. Yeah, it's awesome to see his work, and I just love. He's got such an artistic personality as well. You know, he doesn't really care about much except the art itself. Which I find pretty awesome. You know, just I guess I like his drawing style as well. He's very loose. I guess in some ways I do draw very similarly in the sense of how we hold the pencil and how, you know, start out very messy and then just go from there. And so I guess that's why I really relate to his artwork as well. Um, So I'm going to start, I have to do the background first. So I think I need to do vertical, definitely need to do vertical ones. So how are we gonna do that? So I'm just gonna pull it out for a sec so I can focus on these lines. So I know what's going on here. And once I've got my bearings, I'll start fleshing out this background that we've got. So I need to do the wood grain behind her as well. Deco Comics, he's grown a lot since I've followed him. Oh, okay. How long have you followed him for? It's I find it's really awesome to see an artist grow over the years. One artist that I followed since, you know, very, very early on is Loish. And she has grown so much. It's crazy to see how much they grow, and because especially if you remember where they started, and I didn't even follow her since day one, so I only know her, you know, I mean, I know her earlier work, but not her earliest work, and yeah, she's grown so much. It's crazy good. Deco Comics, sorry to ask, but how big is your sketchbook? That's not a terrible question. So my sketchbook is A4 in size. If I can give you some perspective, I guess my hands would be perspective enough. So that gives you a rough idea of how big it is. So it's just about a plain paper size from your standard average printer. So A4. So I find that this is a good size that lets me add a lot of detail, but you know, not too much to get carried away on. So Deco Comics, I mean, I didn't follow him for a long time. I think I followed him in May. Ah, okay. Well, that's amazing. Then he must have improved, you know, tons. If you followed him in May and he's already improved, that's fantastic. I guess he'd be very happy to hear that. I was so happy when he followed me on Instagram, and he thanked me for joining in on his last stream as well, which was super nice. And the last time he streamed, I don't know if you were there as well. He was just talking about where he draws inspiration from and how. For him, art is a coping mechanism for, you know, to escape the real world, and I think that that's pretty awesome. You know, I think that's what it is for most artists, actually, which is, you know, it's a way to make reality, you know, more interesting or more beautiful or whatever it is you envision it to be in your perfect world. So I'm just trying to remember where I had this little spider so I don't forget where I put him. There we go. So I'm going to put a little spider in there with her right at the end, which is what that's for. So in what ways do you think he's improved the most, in your opinion? Like what improvements has he done since you started following him in May? In the next few months, I'm going to start streaming actual painting a little bit more. So I'll be adding color to all of these drawings that I've been working on. Normally I do them, you know, I do a drawing and I finish it off, color and everything, but because we are now doing Drawlloween and, you know, I'm doing all these different ones, I don't have time to finish them all up every day, which is why I'm sort of, you know, planning to do that, finish that all off next month. So that'll be, I'm super keen to get that started. That will be so exciting. Deco Comics. Oh yeah, I remember I catched you in one of his streams. Yes, yes. Yeah, I saw you there, and then you let me know that it was you, because I wouldn't have recognized you if with your different name. So I'm just having a look at her. There you can see her little coffin coming together, and she's just sitting in there. So she's coming along quite well. But yeah, I have to do a little bit more work on her actually. Just gotta blend this background in a little more so it doesn't look as undone. Yeah, I think one of the best things about Charles's work for me is his ability to come up with really, really creative characters. You know, his character design is exceptionally good, and yeah, I really love that about his work. There's another artist that's extremely good at pencil drawing. I'll quickly load up my phone and see if I can find their name, and then I can share it with you guys. So I'll just quickly Google, and then I can share it in the chat with you all. So I'll share his Instagram page. Yeah, I recently discovered his artwork, Gary's artwork, and he's just extremely good at pencil coloring. Pencil drawings, and yeah, it was, in my opinion, he is truly exceptional. I would actually love to see him do a fully fledged painting as well. I'm pretty sure with his level of understanding of form and everything, he could definitely pull that off. I'm sure it would, you know, I'm not sure if he's done that. I, you know, haven't looked at all of his work, but I would definitely love to see him attempt something like an oil painting or that. It would be great to see that in his style. Dago Comics, so I guess he improved more on characters, and yeah, I don't really know because he's a cool dude. Okay, well, one thing I can say for sure is his character designs at the moment are definitely exceptional, so I actually scrolled back quite a lot, you know, to see his older stuff as well, and even that looks to me really good, so yeah. Dago Comics. I tend to see surrealistic artists with your type of sketchbooks, and that guy is so talented. Aww. Yeah, no, he definitely is. He definitely is really good. He's also really nice as well. Just slowly adding in all of this wood grain and trying to, I want this line to really pop out, because I want it to stand out, you know, quite obvious. Dago Comics, I sadly have to eat dinner. If you're on, I'll join back. I'm not going to be on probably because I'm going to have dinner soon as well. So I'll be on again about 10:30ish or 11 tonight. So yeah. But if you're still up by then I'll catch you then later tonight. That would be great. Would love to hang out and talk some more. But if not, I hope you enjoy your dinner, and yeah, I'll catch you some other time. I am streaming this time no, not tomorrow. I'm not streaming in the evening tomorrow, but I'll stream in the evenings, so. Jóvenes Lupes, enjoy your dinner. Yes, we all hope you enjoy your dinner. Yeah, so it's almost 6 p.m. here. So I'll need to wrap this drawing up at some point, because I'll need to go and take a break for dinner as well. Me and Daiko Comics are both from Australia, so fairly similar time zones. We're so close though. I'd really hoped we could finish her up. But I don't want to rush. I think we just might be able to finish her before dinner. So very close. I probably need to add some nails to this top end here though, because it needs to go into that side. So I'll do that. There we go. So I'll just show you guys up close what she's looking like at the moment. There you can see it's all coming to shape a little better. Slowly but surely we'll get there. Just trying to keep the lines consistent so you can see what's going on. I'm definitely getting nice and lost enjoying this wood grain. It's really relaxing to draw. So I'm gonna play around with a lot of eerie lighting for this one. I'm gonna make sure I want to go with something that's sort of got like a bit of green. I don't know, for some reason she makes me wanna make this green. So if I do it green, then yeah. Herbal Manatee. That is such an awesome nickname. I love that. Herbal Manatee. I love that. I know you make good art when I see that dope sweater. Aww, which one are you talking about? Are you talking about the ghost bunny? Are you visiting my store at the moment? Because yeah, my favorite sweater that I make is the ghost bunny. I wear it on stream sometimes. I've actually been meaning to, order a bunch of my latest stock as well in my size, so I can wear that on stream. because I like wearing and drawing my own characters. So but I really appreciate the compliments, and I'm so happy you like my art. It just always makes my day when people get my characters and they get what it's about. So I need to make this side darker than the other side, because the least light is going to shine on this side, because it's going to have that residual shading from the other end of you know, these panels. So I need to make sure that they're darker. But yeah, it's I'm definitely very happy with it at the moment. Wasn't expecting it to look this good when I started out, which is good. Sometimes you get disappointed by a drawing when it doesn't turn out the way that you intended for it to look, and other times they throw you a happy surprise. So it's a bit of, you don't know what you're gonna get opening a Willy Wonka bar, and sometimes it's nice and sometimes it's rotten. You just don't know what you're gonna get. So I'm definitely needing to add some more shadow here, so you know she's causing that shadow to appear. So make it a little bit darker near where she's sitting, so you can sort of get that idea. Can't go too dark because I do want her braid to stand out. So I have a bit of an issue with, you know, how I can play around with my contrast in this section. Because I obviously can't go darker than her braids. So I need to keep that in mind. And then we can do the little spider, so I'm really excited to get started on him. Johannes Lupus, I do agree. With what? Not going too dark? Thank you so much, guys, for popping in. I'm really enjoying your company today. Johannes Lupus, I did not want to just randomly say it, but I do love it. Aww, that's okay, you can say it. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. It's always nice to hear that you guys get my work, you know? That it's not misunderstood, that you guys get the point. show you guys what she's looking like at the moment. We've just about finished the wood on the inside. So she's sitting in there looking all sulky. And now we can move on to the rest of her. So I'm going to start drawing the thing now. So just if I scroll up a little bit, get a good reference pic, and we'll get started on him. So have all of you guys watched the Addams Family? If not, then do Google what the thing is. You will be pleasantly surprised. So in the movie, one thing that really bugged me was the fact that they didn't sort of draw how he was amputated, and I didn't like that. So I'm going to give him bones that are sticking out here. I feel like he needs that. For me, I think that makes him, it's a whole Gothic family. He needs to be properly gory. So yeah, I am adding some bones sticking out for him. Now we just need to move on and shade him. He has such interesting skin folds as well. Jovanes Lupez, the sweater. Oh, which sweater is the one that you like? Is it the bunny one? So just slowly drawing him. I guess these are his feet. Technically he's a hand, but I guess these count as his feet. Unless at some point he had a body, who knows. Jovanes Lupez, I just love what I see, but I don't know why. Aw, well, I'm really happy you like what you see. That's awesome. Jovanes Lupez, also such a lovely playlist. Oh, thanks. I'm choosing to play the music this way so that I can share it to YouTube afterwards. And so I've tried to find one that's, not too interfering, I guess, with the artwork. It's sort of, it's just relaxing to listen to, and that I can actually post to YouTube as well, which is a bonus. So with this, I can do that. So that's awesome. I'm glad you guys like it as well. It's really relaxing for me to listen to when I'm drawing, so it's good to know I'm not the only one enjoying that. Havanes Lupes. I watched it ages ago. Okay, that's awesome. Nunuka, oh my goodness, so pretty. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you like it. So I'll do another stream later today as well, once we finish this one. But yeah, it's coming along nicely at the moment. And then tonight we can hopefully start working on my next drawing, which is supposed to be Hydra. I'm not too excited for that. It's just not quite my thing, but we'll see how that works out. Havanes Lupes, not very familiar anymore, but I will probably watch next Wednesday. That's okay, no worries about that. I'll see you again when I catch you. Yes, the bunny one. You like the bunny one? That's my favorite too. I like the bunny one best. Who doesn't like a bunny? Bunnies rule. Any piece of art with a bunny in it is the best piece of art. So I actually have found that you guys like them the best too. It's not just me, so it must be true. Obviously it's true. Deco Comics, I'm back. Welcome back. How was your dinner? What did you have for dinner? Hovanes Lupes, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed your dinner. Well, I'll see you later, Hovanes, and welcome back, Deco Comics. One of you is leaving, one of you is come back. Return to the cult. So I really want to try and focus on the folds in his hands. You know, I want to make him look a lot, you know, really expressive and everything, like he is. Slowly but surely he is getting there. I'll show you guys up close what he looks like at the moment. I'm guessing it's a he, I don't really know, but there we go. He's looking all wrinkly and yeah, just clambering over everything. So yeah. I like making him as wrinkly as possible, so. There we go. So now I can start just refining the rest of these little details, and then we are pretty much done. So just do the tombstone in the background here. And I've given it a bit of styling as well. Johannes Lupus, I have found your art lovely ever since I was first introduced to it. It's consistently beautiful. By the way, I was referring to the Addams Family, which I would be watching next Wednesday. Oh, right. I'm sorry. I thought you referred to the stream. But yeah, no, I'm so happy you like my art, and yeah, I'm really honored to hear that. Yeah, you think it's so inspiring to you. And I guess yeah, it's lovely when people just, I guess, understand your work and yeah, get it. So it's awesome. I'm glad that you like it so much. Just pull that up so I can probably see if it's got the right angle. It's a tad hard from that angle to see it accurately, but I think it's there. So if you guys want to have a look, that's what he looks like at the moment. Johannes Lupus, no, I was welcoming Deck back from dinner. I came for the art and staying for the amazing stream. I can't type today. Well, that's all good. So this stream is about to end in a little bit. And then I'll have a second one later tonight. So if you guys can make that one, that would be great. If not, then that's okay. We will catch you guys whenever. I'm just adding some more rocks to it to make it look like it's, you know, dug down. There we go. So she's probably sitting outside somewhere. Hopefully for her sake it doesn't rain. Deco Comics. I had some mashed potatoes, lettuce, chwapi. So chwapi is a European type of meat and it's really good. Okay, that's interesting. I don't know what that is at all. I'll have to quickly Google what that is. The only thing, let me type in chwapi food, because that's not coming up with the right stuff. Okay, that does not look very appetizing, like when you just look at it. I'll send a link to the chat. What nationalities is this? Serbian? I'll send you guys a link. That just doesn't look very appetizing, but I'm sure it tastes good. I think I'm definitely going to make it before dinner time. hopefully. Would love to finish her before then. Because I like to have, you know, single videos of just all my drawings all finished off in one video, so they're easy to find as well. That's part of why I like finishing them off. And the other part is because then I can start a clean slate later tonight as well, which is awesome. So now I just need to add some shading to this tombstone down the back. That will also help highlight the one in the front as well. You know, we don't want that to look like it's part of it. And so if I'm creating this a little bit darker, the front of this coffin will stand out a tiny bit more. I actually think I've really enjoyed doing her the most out of all my recent Drawlloween sketches. I really loved working on my pumpkins, one of the first Drawlloween sketches I did. And I loved doing Samara from The Ring. But I was really tired when I worked on her, so I was getting a tad sleepy by the end of it. But yeah. Mikey, welcome! I'm finally here from Charles's stream. Welcome from Charles's stream. I'm so glad you could make it. Really appreciate it. We were just talking about Charles's art a little bit earlier, and apparently he's grown so much. It's incredible. But yeah, I love his work. He's such an incredibly amazingly talented artist, and he lives and breathes it. And yeah, it's crazy good to see what he comes up with. So yeah, I always love catching his streams when I have time during the day. But yeah. So we're almost wrapping this one up. I just need to do a couple of more details, but yeah. Just trying to find this ref as well. So I'm just adding some of these details back in. Because once I blend it, I do erase a lot of that, but that's fine, because I can just go over them all over again. That's not an issue. So yeah. Juanes Lopez, thank you for the amazing stream. You're very welcome. Thank you guys for watching and supporting me. It really means the world to have you guys here and yeah, be able to hang out with you and draw with you and talk about art. And you guys have actually shared so many amazing other artists with me as well. I wouldn't have found them if it weren't for you guys, so I really appreciate that. So now we are on to finalizing the tiny last details. So I'm just going to pull up my skeleton and just keep an eye on this reference of mine. I want to make sure I get it as accurate as possible. I used to always dread doing skeletons before, but then I realized they weren't actually all that hard as I imagined them out to be. So in the end, I actually now love doing them. They're not that difficult to me anymore. Yeah, he's definitely getting there. He's got a lot of work to do. He hasn't quite decayed to the point where he's as attractive as we need him to be, but we'll work on his makeup. There we go. He's all coming along nicely. Yeah, I'll have to start thinking about my Hydra prompt soon. I'm totally stumped on what to do about that. I don't know. It's just not in my you know, usual subject matter at all. I never draw things like that. So yeah, I don't know what to do for Hydra. I'll have to have a look. Mikey, yes, love the art, by the way. Thank you so much. I'm glad to hear that you love my work as well. So now all we've got left is to do her doll. So we finished him off. We finished off the tombstone, and we finished off the skeleton and the candles, and she's looking good. So I'm really happy with where it's at. We will actually finish, and I did not expect that. I thought I was going to be skipping dinner to get this one done, or just finishing this one off stream later, which I don't want to do. I like having my videos, you know, I like being able to sort of take the recordings and do a bit of a speed paint that I can share to Instagram afterwards, and I can't do that if I don't finish the whole thing here. So that's that's nice that I'll be able to get that done as well. I'm really happy. Yeah. So hopefully the background noise isn't too bad for you guys. I'm sorry if it is. My family's just making a bit of a racket in the background, which is fine. But yeah. So one thing I'm kind of concerned about with this at the moment is whether the doll's perspective actually works. Looking at it, I think it's not too bad. I think perhaps the only thing is this leg needs to be a little bit more slanted, like that. And that will probably improve it. Yep, there we go. Lots better. Oh, looks like I've been given brownies by my sister, so that's awesome. Thank you. So these are obviously just chocolate brownies. I have to clarify that as well. But yeah, they're super delicious. I can smell them from here. If you guys want to have a look, that's what they look like. Super yum. So I'll get to enjoy them. They're nice and warm. You can smell them. They're so delicious. So special of her to bring them for me. But yeah, I'll be heading out soon. She's almost done, and then I can wrap her up and go and enjoy some dinner. I think I need a break at the moment. Juanes Lopez, this looks very cute. Thank you so much. I'm glad you think she looks cute. Juanes Lopez, such skill. Oh, thank you so much. You really are so motivating. It's really encouraging when you guys, you know, think my work is nice and appreciate it. And most of all, I guess what I like is when you guys, when it makes you guys feel and when it makes you guys relate to it. That's the nicest thing, I guess. That's what I like. But yeah, I need to have a look at these, where did I put those shoes? I don't have the shoe reference anymore, so I'll have to make do on my own, so just go with what I know. So I'll do this, and then that will hopefully work out. There we go. Just a couple more details to her shoes and then we will be set. Do you guys have any other streamers we can go and raid after this? If you have anyone that you feel is really deserving, that would be great. It would be awesome if we could go and show them some support.